Good afternoon. I'm John Patarakis, Chairman of the Big Apple District, and I'm happy to welcome you all on behalf of the Big Apple District and the Board of the Manhattan Council to our 2020 virtual awards ceremony for the Manhattan Council of the Boy Scouts of America. I'm speaking to you from the Hampton Booth Library of the Players, New York's preeminent theatrical club. Last year, we were all able to gather here at the Players to celebrate the achievements of our distinguished New York City Scouting volunteers. And unfortunately, while we're not able to do that this year in person because of the COVID pandemic, it's even more urgent that we celebrate the dedicated volunteers that make Scouting a great force in New York City. This year, our Scouters have gone above and beyond the call of duty in some of the most difficult times that we've ever faced. And I'm delighted that we have this opportunity, albeit virtually, to celebrate them. I'd like to introduce Tom Bain, our area president and a member of our district committee and our council board, to offer the invocation. And after that, I'm pleased to present Pat Bain, our Manhattan Council Awards Committee chair, who will introduce the members of her committee and begin the presentation of awards to our very deserving volunteers.
Thank you, John, and good afternoon, everyone. When this is over, may we never again take for granted a handshake with a stranger, full shelves at the store, conversations with neighbors, a crowded theater, Friday night out, the taste of communion, a routine checkup, the school rush each morning, coffee with a friend, the stadium roaring, each deep breath, a boring Tuesday, life itself. When this ends, may we find that we have become more like the people we wanted to be, we were called to be, we hoped to be, and may we stay that way, better for each other because of the worst. Each year, during our fellowship and recognition dinner, we take time to recognize those Scouters in our council who have gone home with a moment of silence to honor their memory. They will be missed but never forgotten. Vernon J. Jack Bailey, David S. Cook, Fratella S. Val Gadsden.
Before we begin the awards presentation this afternoon, I would like to introduce and thank our awards committee, Efrain Alvarado, Maureen Riley, Kim Salvo, and Tim Tom. Thanks also to Jason Toledano, our district director and the advisor to this committee, and Luis Feliciano Maldonado, our district commissioner. Jason and Luis edited our videos and put everything together for this afternoon's program. My husband, Tom Bain, I would also like to thank. He prepared all of the certificates and the citations and is now finalizing a program booklet that you will be able to download as a PDF. Our thanks also to those who took time to submit awards nominations. On behalf of the awards committee, I want to congratulate our 2020 awards recipients. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the program this afternoon.
The James E. West Award is named for the first Chief Scout Executive of the Boy Scouts of America, who exemplified Ralph Waldo Emerson's observation that an institution is the lengthened shadow of one man. The award is a national recognition for individuals or organizations who contribute $1,000 or more to the endowment fund of a local council. As part of our Manhattan Council Heritage Society endowment, these gifts support Scouting in New York forever. As chairman of the district, I take great pleasure in presenting the award to one of our Scouters who has shown dedication and commitment to Scouting, both by his gifts and by his talents, Samuel J. Howard. Sam, thank you. Congratulations on this recognition, and thank you in advance for all the contributions that I know you make to Scouting through your efforts and dedication going forward.
Certificates of appreciation are presented by the Awards Committee to volunteers who give service to their units and/or district or council events. This afternoon, we honor the following: Marlissea Buckley of Pack 520 and Troop 520B, Timothy DeMarco, District Member at Large, Mark LaGratta, District Member at Large. Congratulations, Marlissea, Tim, and Mark. This year, we are also honoring 3 Scouters who provided much-needed services during the New York City lockdown in the first stages of the pandemic. Please join me in congratulating Mark Alhadeff of Troop 422B. Mark was instrumental in helping us put together online programs for our Scouts. Russell Morgan of Pack 771. Mr. Morgan was helpful in finding us an on-site roundtable venue, which we hope to use sometime in 2021. And Neil Worden of Troop 728B. Neil stepped forward as our new roundtable commissioner. We all look forward to joining Neil for in-person roundtables when we can all be together under one roof again.
The Outstanding New Leader Award is presented each year to Scoutmasters, Cubmasters, Sea Scouts keepers, and venturing advisors who are new to scouting, yet have ensured that in their brief tenure as primary leaders, the full scouting program has been brought to their units. Although new to scouting themselves, these leaders run a dynamic program. It is with great pride that we present this award to the following leaders and wish them continued success in scouting and applaud them for their efforts. Outstanding New Cubmasters: Antonio de Rosario, Pack 290. Bill Leary, Pack 1.
Andy Yiannakos,
Pack 74. Outstanding New Scoutmasters: Claudia Bourke, Troop 1G. Alvaro Cunto, Troop 3B. Ben Grizzle, Troop 55G. Solomon Prophete, Troop 5B. David Russell, Troop 728B. Congratulations to our new leaders.
The Good Turn Award is presented to unit and district volunteers who continue to contribute to the scouting movement in Manhattan, but often do so out of the spotlight. This afternoon, we are pleased to recognize 3 recipients of the Good Turn Award. Bill Kelly is a former Big Apple District professional. He's an Eagle Scout and serves on our Eagle Scout Committee. Peter Mui, Committee Chair, Troop 150B. And Rosemary Oliver is the Cubmaster of Pack 369. Congratulations, Bill, Peter, and Rosemary, and our thanks to you for all you do for Scouting.
And now, the Distinguished Sponsor Award. Our chartered partners, or chartered organizations, are those institutions whose support makes Scouting possible in Manhattan. Sponsors are vital to the success of Scouting. They own each unit and are responsible for providing a meeting place for the unit and selecting unit leadership. This year, we are pleased to recognize the following institutions. Fort Washington Collegiate Church, Pack 729. West End Collegiate Church, Pack 55, Troop 55 Boys, Troop 55 Girls. Congratulations, thank you, and well deserved.
It is now my pleasure to present the recipients of the 2020 District Award of Merit. The District Award of Merit is presented annually to outstanding volunteers who have served scouting through the community, excelled as unit leaders, or have provided continuing service to the district through events, committees, and activities. I'm honored to name two very worthy recipients of the award this year. Luis A. Feliciano Maldonado, our District Commissioner, and Theodore McQueen L., formerly Roundtable Commissioner of the Big Apple District. Teddy and Luis, thank you for your contributions and congratulations on this very well-deserved recognition.
The William H. Spurgeon III Award is the highest recognition for individuals and organizations contributing significant leadership to the Exploring program. William H. Spurgeon III was a business executive at the Irvine Company, and he personally developed and organized special interest exploring posts. It was his pioneering efforts that led to today's Exploring program. He passed away in 1970, and the William H. Spurgeon III Award was developed in 1971. Here's some background on the Exploring program. In 1935, senior scouts were called explorers, doing what senior scouts and troops still do today: service projects, high adventure, and providing leadership to younger scouts. By 1949, exploring included explorer posts, Sea Scout ships, Air Scout squadrons, and all Boy Scouts over age 14 in troops. In 1959, exploring was developed into a separate program. In the 1960s, William H. Spurgeon III organized posts focused on career interests. In 1971, young women became eligible for full membership. Today's exploring has 5 areas of emphasis: career opportunities, leadership experience, life skills, citizenship, and character education. In Greater New York Councils, we have many exploring posts for businesses, law enforcement, and fire and emergency medical services. Let me share with you the citation that summarizes why Dick was selected to receive this award. Scouting has been part of Richard A. Davies' life for 55 years. Dick grew up in Baraboo, Wisconsin, where he was a Cub Scout, Boy Scout, and explorer. In Troop 71, he served as Senior Patrol Leader and Junior Assistant Scoutmaster, participated in a Philmont Trek, and became an Eagle Scout. He also served as a post-2001 President and on Camp Castle Rock staff for 3 summers. Dick was an active member of Decorah Lodge of the Order of the Arrow, where he was Chapter Chief for the Lake Wisconsin District and Lodge Vice Chief of Program. He received the Vigil Honor in 1973 and was given the name Silver-Tongued. Exploring was also a large part of Dick's youth. He served as president of Four Lakes Council's Explorer Presidents Association and then as Explorer Chairman of East Central District Area 1 from 1975 to 1976. The next year, he served as National Explorer President on the BSA's National Executive Board. He also served on the National Exploring Committee from 1976 to 1979. As a young professional, Dick served on the Exploring Committee of the Dan Beard Council in Cincinnati, Ohio. Later, Dick served the Chicago Area Council for more than a decade, including as Exploring Chairman and Council Executive Board member. After moving to New York for his career, Dick served as a Den Leader, Troop Committee member, and Chartered Partner Representative with Pack and Troop 5 of Bronxville in the Westchester-Putnam Council. Dick also became very active in Greater New York Councils. He served on the Manhattan Borough Board and as Manhattan Borough President. For GNYC, Dick has been Scout Reach Chairman, Vice President of Membership, and a member of the Executive Board. No surprise, he has also served on the Exploring Committee. He is currently Council Commissioner and a member of the Executive Committee. His service and support have been recognized with the Silver Beaver and the National Eagle Scout Association Outstanding Eagle Scout Awards and the Second Century Society Lifetime Investor Recognition. Beyond his local council service, starting in 2018, Dick has served simultaneously as Area 2 Exploring Chair and as Northeast Region Exploring Chair, and on the Area Committee on Regional Board. He also served on the Philmont Training Center faculty in 2019, as chair of the National Exploring Leadership Conference in 2019, and was set to chair the Regions Week at Philmont in 2020, which was canceled due to the pandemic. Dick likes jamborees. He attended the 1969 National Scout Jamboree in Idaho and the 1971 World Scout Jamboree in Japan. He was an assistant scoutmaster at the 1975 World Jamboree and later was a staff member for 7 national jamborees and 3 world jamborees. The Exploring program introduced Dick to Gail Haller, his wife of 37 years. Their children, Rebecca and Eagle Scout Brad, have established careers of their own. In 2007 and 2009, Dick was crew advisor for 2 Philmont treks that Brad attended. Dick and Brad climbed Mount Baldy, followed by other outdoor adventures. Dick received a BA in economics with honors from the University of Wisconsin-Madison and an MBA from Harvard Business School. Early in his career, he worked at Procter & Gamble, the Boston Consulting Group, and First Chicago Corporation. Dick then spent 16 years at AllianceBernstein. After several years at Russell Investments leading the institutional defined contribution business, Dick returned to AllianceBernstein, now AB, in 2013 as a senior managing director, where he was responsible for the overall leadership and strategic direction of AB's global defined contribution and multi-asset businesses. Later, he was a financial services consultant and an angel investor. Dick chairs the advisory board of the University of Wisconsin's Economics Department. He is a past trustee of the Employee Benefit Research Institute and was a founder of the Defined Contribution Institutional Investment Association. In late 2019, Dick was asked to become interim chief executive officer for Good New York Councils following Ethan Drady's planned retirement in January 2021. He will lead Greater New York Councils through its emergence from the pandemic and will be succeeded by a long-term CEO in 2022. Manhattan Council is proud to present the William H. Spurgeon III Award to Richard A. Davies.
Hi, this is Dick Davies. I'd like to thank all of you in the Manhattan Council for honoring me with the Spurgeon Award this year. And I think it's especially meaningful to me because it's been a few years in our council and frankly, in many councils around the country. It's been a few years since this award was issued. So I'm delighted that it's issued in the name of somebody who's especially important in the history of exploring. You know, if I asked many Scouters, tell me the creation story of the Boy Scouts of America, most people would point to a Chicago businessman by the name of W.D. Boyce, lost in the London fog. He's approached by a young boy in a funny uniform who escorts him to his place of business. A few days later, Boyce meets with Lord Baden-Powell, collects the new scouting manuals from the UK, returns to Chicago, and starts by incorporating the Boy Scouts of America. Most people know that story. But if I asked Scouters anywhere, who is the father of contemporary exploring, relatively few people would come up with the name of William Spurgeon. And as Tom said, Bill Spurgeon was a longtime member of the National Executive Board in Orange County, California, and was really a champion for selling contemporary career interest exploring based on some research the BSA did. He was really a champion of that across the nation. In fact, he took 3 years off from his job at the Irvine Corporation to travel the country speaking to any scouting group that would listen about the future of the exploring program. At the same time, they were running some exploratory programs in Orange County, focusing on career interest and secretly registering young women instead of young men as members of the program. Ultimately, that led to a national pilot between 1969 and 1971, where women were allowed in as associate members. And finally, on April 1st of 71, exploring sort of fulfilled the vision of Bill Spurgeon and went co-ed, focusing on career interest. Unfortunately, as Tom said, Bill did not live to see that day. He died in 1970. So I think it's especially meaningful that this award for corporations and volunteers is really made in his name. So again, thanks to the Manhattan Council. This is especially meaningful to me. And also, it's especially important for the council. We are the largest exploring program in the nation. We ended the year pre-COVID with about 6,000 explorers. And really what we do in New York is observed as a role model, not only in the region, but across the nation. So thanks again. Thank you for remembering Bill Spurgeon. It's an honor to get this award.
The President's Award is presented to Scouters who have given extraordinary service to Scouting and are Silver Beaver recipients with at least 20 years of continued service to the Boy Scouts of America. Today I have the pleasure of speaking to you about my friend. Barbara Ann Cook began her Scouting career in 1991 when a group of parents started Pack and Troop 414 at Immaculate Conception Church on East 14th Street in Manhattan. She has been a driving force behind both units, and much of her effort has been behind the scenes in support of more visible adult leaders. She has held many positions with both units, including Pack Committee Chair, Pack Treasurer, Tiger Group coach, and acting Cubmaster at Cub World. She also assisted the Webelos' den leader for 2 years. She has actively encouraged Cubs to do their best, kept track of advancement, researched BSA literature and GNY resources for ideas, and planned, organized, and participated in den and PAC activities. As PAC committee chair for 5 years, Barbara Ann organized the committee so that every member had a job, felt included, and performed a valuable service. Under her leadership, PAC 414 grew, flourished, and expanded both its own activities and its participation in district and council events. While PAC committee chair, she also acted as treasurer and advancement chair for Troop 414. Upon crossing over to the troop in 2000, she continued in those roles and also acted as troop secretary, training coordinator, and summer camp coordinator at various times. Supporting the Scout law that a Scout is reverent, she encouraged 414's Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts to earn the religious emblems of their faith, and she was also instrumental in getting a nun and a priest from Immaculate Conception Church to hold classes for religious emblems for Catholic Scouts. Through the Catholic Committee on Scouting, she arranged for Scouts to travel to Staten Island to attend religious emblem boards of review. Barbara Ann was a Girl Scout, and although she did not do much camping then, she did earn many merit badges, including flower arranging and swimming, skills that she continues to enjoy today. After becoming involved with Boy Scouts and as an adult, she enthusiastically threw herself into camping and hiking and swimming. She is an avid reader and traveler. She has served on both the Parish Council and the Finance Committee of Immaculate Conception Church. Barbara Ann and her late husband, David, have 2 sons, Peter and Andrew. She is an alumna of Columbia Law School and retired as Assistant General Counsel of Ream Manufacturing Company. She is a member of the Association of the Bar of the City of New York, the New York County Lawyers Association, and the Association of Corporate Counsel. Manhattan Council is proud to present the 2020 President's Award to Barbara Ann Cook. Congratulations, Barbara Ann, and thank you for your continued service to Scouting in New York City.
I am honored and amazed to receive the President's Award. My involvement with BSA was propelled by some very strong persuaders. At an organizational meeting for PAC 414, Eve O'Brien was eyeballing around a circle of parents. She had already persuaded David to be a Cub Den leader. I could not escape, so I volunteered to be PAC treasurer. I'd been treasurer of a Bar Association committee many years earlier, and it had not been too onerous. Well, more scouting involvement followed over nearly 30 years. After I became PAC 414 committee chair, Pat Bain cornered me in the ladies' room at Reeves Lodge. I should do PAC leader training. Well, I found I enjoyed meeting leaders from other units at training. So Boy Scout leader training and eventually Wood Badge followed. I was surprised in the early 2000s when a Big Apple district exec appointed me to the council camping committee. But I found I enjoyed meeting and working with longtime scouters from other boroughs. I was sad to leave it when my job relocated to Atlanta. Then, after I retired, a chance encounter with Bob Madsen at a scouting reception led to my being appointed to the Council Risk Management Committee, where I still serve. Again, I enjoyed it, made some wonderful friends, and I hope that my professional legal and risk management experience was of benefit. To receive the President's Award for doing things I have enjoyed is such an honor. Thank you.
Before I open the National Court of Honor, I would like to mention the 3 awards given by the National Council Boy Scouts of America to volunteers for outstanding service. The 3 awards are in the background. The Silver Beaver on the blue and white ribbon is awarded to local council volunteers. The silver antelope on the gold and white ribbon is awarded to volunteers on an area or regional level. The silver buffalo on the red and white ribbon is awarded for dedicated service on a national level. At this time, we always pay tribute to those recipients of the Silver Beaver, Silver Antelope, and Silver Buffalo Awards from our own council, and we salute these men and women for their dedicated and continued service to Scouting. This year, one of our own Scouters, Tom Bain, was awarded the Silver Buffalo, which was presented at a virtual ceremony in June. Under the authority of the National Court of Honor, Boy Scouts of America, I hereby convene the 2020 Manhattan Council Court of Honor for the presentation of the Silver Beaver Award. This ceremony allows us to present the highest award a local council can bestow upon a volunteer leader. Tim Tom will read Andres Jimenez Stewart's Silver Beaver citation.
Our Silver Beaver Award recipient, Andres Jimenez Stewart, has spent 29 of his 35 years in Scouting. Andres earned his Arrow of Light as a member of Pac 735 and continued his Scouting career at Troop 520, which is sponsored by Broadway Presbyterian Church. Andres has held various leadership positions, attended junior leadership training, and 2 national jamborees and an international jamboree. He is a member of the Order of the Arrow and has spent several seasons as a Cub World summer camp staffer. Andres' Eagle project was a food drive to benefit a food pantry known as POTS, Part of the Solution, which at the time was the only organization in the Bronx providing hot meals for the homeless and hungry every day of the week. It still exists today, and Andres was awarded his Eagle rank in 2002. He did not immediately become an adult member of his troop. Instead, he became an assistant den leader in Pac 520. He was also a Tiger Cub coach, assistant Whitlow's den leader, and assistant Cubmaster. He rejoined Troop 520 in the roles of assistant Scoutmaster, committee member, and merit badge counselor, and became Scoutmaster in 2018. Andres attended Wood Badge at Philmont Scout Ranch and was awarded his beads in 2006. While fully engaged in Scouting, Andres earned his BS in Computer Science and Telecommunications from St. John's University. He also earned a Master's of Fine Arts in Digital Arts and Animation from School of the Visual Arts. One of his proudest interests outside of Scouting involves another volunteer activity. Andres is a big brother to a young man with autism. The relationship started when the youngster was 9 years old, and he is now 22 years old. And this, in addition to Scouting, illustrates why Andres is our Silver Beaver Award recipient. As Andres describes it, Scouting gave him a sense of belonging. The inspiration shown by his leaders helped shape him as a person and helped open his eyes to the many levels of diversity. Andres believes that having received so much from Scouting, it is only proper that he give back in the same fashion he received and continues to receive. The Manhattan Council has previously recognized Andres with a VIP Award, a Good Turn Award, and a District Award of Merit. It gives us great pleasure today to present to Andres Jimenez Stewart the Manhattan Council's 2020 Silver Beaver Award. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. To my family, my friends, the Awards and Recognition Committee, and honored guests. I'm so tremendously honored to be here with you today, albeit in a virtual fashion. But I do feel like this year, more than most, is a time to celebrate the dedication so many have put forth. And I'm very privileged to be recognized in the same year is Barbara Ann Cook, someone who I have known for so many years and has always been such a model scouter. I'm also deeply saddened that we can't be here with the other half of that legendary scouting duo, the Scoutmaster during one of my jamborees, Mr. David Cook. He will be remembered in my heart as such a noble, almost regal figurehead, steadfast in his dedication, and an embodiment of scouting's ideals. Now, being a volunteer or leader can really be a thankless job sometimes. I think we all know that. It's the hours that you spend on your own with no one watching that are the most giving and often the most trying. So I would like to take a moment and extend my thanks to all of you for your understanding, your teaching, your leading, your caring, your thoughtfulness, and your patience. I have to thank my wonderful family, who I would introduce you to, but chances are most of you in scouting know who they are already. The pack treasure, my mother, who is here, and I love you. To my dad, who left us too soon, and I love you. My sister Natalia, and the completion of our Eagle Scout trio, my brothers Tomas and Lucas. My sister-in-law Brittany, who was a den leader. My adorable niece Elena, who could have a Spanish interpreter strip at 2 years old. And my new nephew David. As well as my pseudo-adopted brother Simon, who inspires and motivates me every time we hang out. As you can tell, scouting runs deep in my family, and it's really such a humbling moment to be told that you'll be receiving the same award as John Rowan, John Ward, and Rosa Davis, who I remember seeing at camp at 90 years young. In the same way that they inspired me growing up, I want to thank my scouting family. Shout out to Troop 520, my Scoutmaster over a decade ago, very proud to call you my friend, Carl Elliston, the entire Assistant Scoutmaster team at 520, and our great troop committee, and the Broadway Presbyterian Church for all of their support over the years. But there is one person who has taught me more and inspired me more consistently than any other person, and that is my aunt and my godmother, Sylvia Stewart. I've never been able to grasp a comprehension of her effortless compassion and her effervescent scout spirit. Her big heart and gift of pure empathy for others is something that the world needs more of, nowadays more than ever. It's truly serendipitous that she handed me this award, because I would like to dedicate it to her. Gracias, manita. My congratulations to Mr. Richard Davies and all of this year's award recipients. I would like to also give a special thanks to Mr. Tom and Pat Bain, the Honorable Efren Alvarado, and the rest of the Recognition Committee for this truly and deeply humbling honor. Oh, and since I do work in visual effects, I couldn't leave you without giving you one of these. Have a good night, everyone.
I hereby declare the National Court of Honor for the presentation of the Silver Beaver Award closed. Congratulations, Andy, and congratulations to all our recipients. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our program. I would like to thank everyone for joining us as we salute the broad, deep, and dedicated service of those we have recognized this afternoon. We wish each and every one a joyous and peaceful holiday season and as stress-free a new year as possible. The predictions are that December, January, and February will be difficult to navigate because of the pandemic. So we urge each and every one of you to please stay safe and keep your loved ones safe. Thank you and happy holidays.